What is going on, everybody? So today we're gonna take a look at the mastering process. This will be the third and the last part of my 3-part series for the mix rundown of the Architects These Colors Don't Run song. As always, like the part 1 and part 2, I will link all the plugins and my mixing template and my preset for the SLO-100 down in the description. You can go ahead and download it. So without further ado, let's get right to it. So actually in my mixing template, you will have all these plugins already turned on because I'm doing a technique. It's called top-down mixing. So basically what you do is you are leaving all the master effects on and then you mix into them. So basically I have started with only the virtual mix rack, the FBC, FG Gray and FG Red, and the Slate Digital FGX. All the other plugins, the Burier, the DSEQ and the GULLFOSS plugin, I have added after I have finished mixing. So let's take a listen how the whole mix is sounding without the mastering chain. Alright, we're gonna start with the virtual mix rack from Slate Digital. I'm using the trimmer to, as I said in the previous parts, to get it all even. And then we have the FGN EQ. I'm using a high pass filter. I'm boosting at 81 Hz, 4.74 dB. I'm boosting at 2K, 0.37 dB, and I'm boosting the high mids at 3.16K, 2.53 dB, and I'm adding some air, 1 dB. And the second one, no high pass, no low pass filter, I'm adding at 60 Hz, 3.98 dB, 800 Hz, 2.19 dB, 4K, 2.14 dB, and at 10K 2.77. So let's take a listen how it sounds with and without it. So the next one which I have in my mastering chain from the beginning is the VBC, not sure, FG Gray. This is a compressor. It's not on full mix mode, it's just 50%. I have the high pass filter on, so it's not compressing the kick drum. I have it on 1.5 ratio, 17.98 threshold, so I'm aiming right about -3 and with the snares at -5 dB. Fastest release, fastest attack. Let's take a listen. Alright, so the next up is the VBC FG Red. This is a 2-bus compressor. The threshold is at 19.9, so I'm aiming again the same -3 and -5 dB of gain reduction. The ratio is at 3.5, attack at 1.3, release at 0.9. I'm driving it a little bit at 6.3, not full mix, 59%, and I'm again high pass filters on. Let's take a listen. So actually the VBC, FG Gray and FG Red, they are gluing the mix together in my ears. The next one is virtual tape machine. So basically what it does, it's simulating a tape machine, to sound more analog. Let's take a listen how it sounds with and without it. The last one is up is the FGX. So what we have here is an instance of compressor, FG comp, and an FG level. So I'm turning off the compressor, but I'm turning on only the FG level. In purpose of this video, we're not turning on the gain. Actually, I have the gain at like 4 to 6, so somewhere around the 5 region. But because this would be too loud for the video, I turn it all the way down. But I have the low punch on 4 and the detail on 8, or not, it's a 6. It's a 6. And the dynamic perception is at 7. So basically the low punch is affecting the low frequencies, and the detail is how much air you add. And the dynamic perception is how far the mix spreads. So let's take a listen how it sounds with and without it. So basically you can see, or you can hear here the RMS at minus 17.5. So I am aiming always right around minus 14, minus 13. Minus 13 is maximum, but everything below right around minus 14 is pretty good. So this is actually just a level to get things to the right volume. So, and afterwards, after I have finished all the mixing with my other plugins, I have started to go back to my master chain, and I added at first the Burier plugin to give this little bit of saturation. Let's take a listen. This is not doing too much. After I have added the Burier plugin, I added the DSEQ to get rid of the resonating frequencies. Again, I have turned on the factory preset and then just adjusted the threshold. So let's take a listen. Also not doing too much. And the last but not least, and actually I got this plugin just a week ago. This is GULLFOSS from SOUNDTHEORY, and this is a mastering plugin. Let's take a listen how it sounds with and without it. Alright, that's it. That is my master chain for the song These Colors Don't Run from Architects. Alright, after we have taken care of all the mixing and all the whatever, the mastering chain, I have some questions received from you guys. I have already answered a lot of the questions with my videos, but I have some questions with which I have not answered. So we're gonna take a look at them right now. One of you guys asked me, I've seen you use Helix for some of your videos. What's your go-to amp and what cap or IRs do you use with it? So first of all, thank you for the question. My go-to amp for the Helix is the Rev Generator Purple channel. Is amazing and sounds huge, and you can do lots of things with that. Most of the time I'm using ML SoundLab IRs, the V30s, not even sure, like with one with the 57 and one with the 160 ribbon mic. Okay, one of you guys also asked me, do you change your meters of the metronome like 8/8 or instead of 4/4 during a song or a harder riff? I used to start to double the BPM from the beginning. So as I saw, okay, there's a hard riff, I will just double the BPM. So instead of 100 BPM, I will do 200 BPM, and then I will program the drums with 200, not instead of 100. And one last question is mixing signal chain. Usually you do, and when mastering the track. So basically I actually explained it a little bit how I did that here. Is just an overview. How I do it is I opened my template with the virtual mix rack, FBC, FG Gray and FG Red, the virtual tape machine and the Slate digital FGX. Then I will start to program the drums, then to program the bass, then I will track the guitars, set the right levels, and then I will go ahead and come back to the master chain, and then in this case I added the Burier plugin, DSEQ and the GULLFOSS plugin. Alright guys, this is going to wrap up this video. I hope you liked it. If you have feedback for me, please share it with me. I would love to hear from you. If you like this content, subscribe to see some more in the future. Until then, have a wonderful day and don't be a dick. See ya!